Hello, this is Mish from Downtime Distractions, having a first look at Nebula Soul Survivor. So this is in Kickstarter and Greenlight at the moment, and this is a public beta or demo, if you will. And it's created by Bruno Gruber de Arajo. I probably said that completely wrong, so please forgive me. Okay, before I get started, I'll put the subscription button bottom left hand corner. Please subscribe, it helps us out big time. Okay, and let us jump into some gameplay. Okay, gameplay, here we go. I have completed this, so that's a good thing, so I can easily show you and tell you little tips and tricks and my thoughts on the whole little demo. It is a demo, so it is short. They've done this to get the publicity out for the Kickstarter and the Greenlight. So I'll put those links below as well, so if you're interested, check it out. So what we have on the screen here is just those three little symbols. So parts is for weapon upgrades, which I can show you when we get to the weapon crafting bench. And the middle one is your health, which you regen at certain locations, and ammo is obviously ammo. And you have different ammo types as well. So what we've got my mouse and W, A, S and D to move around. Got an interact key, which is generally E to open a door. So as you can see, graphically, I really like it. It's got a good, well, not really a good, an eerie vibe. The music and the whole area you're in, it's quite creepy. It's very well done. If anything, it reminds me of a cross between Dead Space and Aliens, as in that's the theme of it. So it's good atmosphere. Okay, so you can interact with a few items. So with this one, so you press E and you can move it around, so you can drag it towards you. I want to get through that door. Okay, and let it go, and let me in. So we got a key. Now, just something to note, I really do like how the key is there, and instead of just magically picking it up without any animation, they've included the animation. I think that's fantastic. It really puts you more into the world doing that. Something to note here as well is that anything with these, well, I guess looks like explosives, can be exploded. Fire a couple rounds at them, good explosion too. And to interact. There we go. So I got some parts, so I can do some upgrades, but not just yet because I haven't got to the bench. And also, a cool thing too is sometimes you can actually knock stuff around. See that little barrel there? You're knocking the bottles over. It's very cool. Oh, we got a nasty on the other side of this door. There we go, got him. And we got some parts from him too. So just like this here. And slowly push some buttons. Have a look, because it's not just as simple as boom, done. Okay, and move out here. Reload and shoot this guy. Obviously a lot can change, right? So there's, I mean, whilst I could complain and say that AI is a bit simple, they only attack you when they see you directly, this is all subject to change because this is such an early stage. Okay, so I do have the key. So there we go. And here's the crafting table. So this gives a bit of an idea of what we can expect, I would say. So I have 22 pieces, if you want parts, and these things cost a certain amount. It's not very friendly with the mouse, so I'm choosing my keys. So selecting what I want to upgrade, and E to upgrade it. There we go. And exit. I do really like this too, how going into an area and you're in this setting, and then you go into a little tunnel and it puts you in there like this. Very cool. You got a flashlight too, I didn't mention that. Very creepy. Very creepy. Even playing it the second time through, it's that music and just the overall visual look of the game. It's fantastic. Well done. And back we go. So I'll just go a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much because whilst this is only a little demo, I don't want to reveal too much. So I'll just go a couple more minutes in. It's also good as well because sometimes they did stay at the start of the loading screen. They're not going to handhold you through it, which I think is really good. I'm really sick of games which gives you about a whole level saying, and now interact with this by pressing this button. It's really not good. So the way you get through this door too is another interesting thing. So what I picked up down there was different bullet types, so you can cycle through them. There we go. So I have electric bullets, so that's fully charged, so that's cool. The look of that is awesome too, graphically fantastic. I really can't stress that enough. It really does put you out of rounds. Phew. So you see my health went down a bit there, and there's some creepy crawlies on that side of the wall. I'll show you a little more work here. So another thing, so interact with this, grab it, and pop it on there. There we go, doors open. And get your creep crawler. There's not really an aim. I mean, you're just looking in a direction and you can shoot at any level, any height. I don't like that, but I mean, I understand that could change too. I prefer if you had a little reticle or a little aim, a little crosshair somewhere that you could point, which would be nice, just to give you a bit more control. And so that heals you up there. Little medkit kind of does this weird gas, because pushing gas into your feet is a fix for everything. Oh, get away. So yeah, another. I can get. No, I can't. I haven't got enough parts. Generally need 20 parts to start getting upgrades. Ooh, things like that. Creepy. Look at that down there. Ooh, nasty. Okay. And go up to it. Press some buttons. Beep boop 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 boop. So it's done something. I can't remember what it's done actually. And I do like that the main protagonist is a female character. It's nice. There's lots of female characters in games, but for things like this, you generally a dude. And also, whilst it's not a concern I have. It's more of a. I would really like this to be co-op. I think they mentioned it's going to be co-op locally. I don't know. You must find some people trapped somewhere that are alive that can be your friends. So that's interesting too. It would be good to get. Some parts. Yeah, it'd be good to know if you could play it. If they're going to get it multiplayer across a network, because this would be awesome on a network. Okay, I'll just open this one door. And then I'll leave it there. I think that's a good indication of oh no, I won't open that door because I don't have the key. I can't remember what I'm doing. That's right, there's that console up there. Open this door. Checkpoint. Out of rounds. That was ill prepared. Okay, and this, I'll show you this. Haha, that was awesome. That'll teach you for hanging around on some explosives. Cool. Alright, I'll wrap my play up here, and I'll just give you my positives and negatives of the graphics, audio and gameplay in this current state, bearing in mind this is very early access demo, just trying to get publicity for these guys. Alright, let's move on to those. Okay, so let us start graphically, as we always do. Graphically impressive. There is a very good synergy with the graphic style, audio and gameplay. So it's a fantastic package that they've done, or that he has done, if it's just one guy. But yeah, graphically, if it was released in this state now, I'd be perfectly happy with it. There is always room for improvement, but it's robust and it looks good in its current state. So let's move on to audio. Audio is a bit tricky. There's only one main track throughout the whole game, but that track is fantastic and it works well to make that creepy atmosphere. There are other few little tracks in there when it's an event or a boss, but I mean they're fine as well and they work well for that situation. The sound of the weapons, the sound of the world, the sound of the aliens, it's all of a high quality. It's hard to judge because you only have one weapon with just 2 different bullet types at the moment. But I mean it all sounds good. I'm perfectly happy with it. I can't really fault it. The only thing is fading between the different tracks is not right, but this is such an early access demo game, you can only but point it out. Yeah, so let's move on to gameplay. Okay, so gameplay. I really do like that statement at the start of the game saying we will not handhold you through the start or tutorial. That's what I want. To actually have a game where you got to figure stuff out yourself, that is good. That adds to the gameplay. You have to think of how to use mechanics and stuff like that. That's good. But that aside, the gameplay is solid. The interaction with the world around you is nice. I really like the attention to detail on the interaction with the world around you. I think that's very good. It really adds more immersion. If you just run over an item and pick it up, instead you actually stop, bend down, pick up the item. It's very good. I haven't seen many games doing it for a while. Feel of the weapons, it's hard to say. I mean, you only get one weapon and it's such a short game. I found that it was a bit simplistic with the aiming, but this could all change. All I need to do is add a crosshair or a line pointing from the weapon, so you got more control of where you're pointing, and obviously a whole lot more weapons. So that's very encouraging across the board, graphically, audio and gameplay. I can't really fault it in any of those categories. So yeah, very excited about this title. Going forward, I'm really interested to see the state it comes out in. I guess you could say it's so much like Alien Swarm, and Alien Swarm is free. What is this game giving me that Alien Swarm doesn't? And other games are similar as well. There's many similar ones. There's zombie ones. There's a whole lot of the kind of top-down genre space shooter. I think it's going to give you an atmosphere that other games don't. The Alien Swarm is very fun, and it's just action. This one is more, I hope they go down the road of trying to puzzle solve and get keys to unlock other areas by going certain ways in a complex environment. So I think that's what this game is going to deliver. As I said before, it almost seems like a combination of Dead Space and Alien, the Alien series games and movies and all that. It's more towards an eerie game, a horror game, if you will, but in space like that. So the Dead Space would be a good example of that. So yeah, what suggestions can we make? It's hard because it's a demo, so they'll probably already have a big list of what they're going to do. But I would say things like a lot more weapons, that ability to point your weapon specifically instead of just looking in that direction. That would be nice. So maybe a line or a crosshair where you're shooting. I think that's pretty standard in these games. Yeah, as I said, more of everything. But this is such a small game, you're going to expect that anyway. And it's just know what the price will be. But yeah, I'll probably leave it here. I could go on and on with suggestions really, but I won't because it's such a small game. There'll be more coming. So yeah, link to the Greenlight and Kickstarter below. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe for more. We often do new releases and stuff like that. So yeah, give us a comment and we'll see you next time.